Hey everybody, it's Edwardo here with your Saturday update. As you can see, we got action, y'all. Check it out. Actually, why is this not... Oh, I see. Alright, well, I'll fix this. Anyways, we don't have the value update yet. I will fix that behind the scenes. But right now, earlier scores, Jaybird with a 19-point lead over Ring Balls for that bounty. Very excited to see Jaybird in the top spot. My poker buddy, best player in our class. Yes, J-Balls, Jaybird with the early leads. Take a look at that call sheet real quick. What's doing it for him? Yeah, so he saved a lot of money doing a 4-pack of Betty. And the Wretched, interesting, trying and Upload. All right, so what's really getting him some scores here are the headliners for Trying and Upload. Betty's looking like a really good look for the price. And actually, you know what? Let me see if I can fix this real quick in video, because I actually do want to... Oh, you know what? That's my bad. I did not add people's budgets. My bad. So I'll add the budgets by the time you guys see this, and we'll see actually what value he was getting for his call sheet. But just looking at Jaybird's real quick, looks like... And he filled out a tiebreaker. Thank you, Jaybird. Much obliged, sir. And actually, almost dead on. If you look, we'll look at the perfect call sheet in a second. But it looks like, yeah, he left some money on the table. And this is definitely a week where you could afford to leave money on the table. 12,900 left behind. So 87,100. So there you go. So 13.39 points per $1,000 in budget for value. All right, Ring Balls. Take a look at your call sheet, sir. Oh, actually, no. Let's take a look at the perfect call sheet real quick. I'm just having fun with this. I found a new toy. What can I say? But I'm having fun with the perfect call sheet, and I'll be updating it as I update the scores, just to give us a marker at just how optimal we are. And as I mentioned, the perfect call sheet this week again. It's an optimal strategy call sheet. A max stack of headliners plus 2 other cast members from the same show. So a 4-pack of Upload, headliner stack of Trying, headliner stack of the Half Fit, headliner stack of Betty. And looks like, yeah, and Jaybird was close. He had 95% was his guess for the highest Rotten Tomatoes critic score, and he had 7.9 highest guess for IMDb user score, 8.1. So if there is a tie, and you know there's still a lot of game left to be played over the next day and a half, 2 days actually, next 2 days, 2 full days. If it comes down to tiebreakers, Jaybird is pretty much bang on right now. All right, so Ring Balls, the man with the bounty. Take a look at this call sheet. And he has also gone optimal with the 4-pack of the Half of It. Let's take a look at the Half of It real quick. Get the Half of It, Wretched, Upload. Upload seems to be the sleeper right here because we didn't quite know what to expect. Wasn't a huge promotion. Well, I guess it was a decent promotional push from Amazon Prime. But it's almost like we forgot that Greg Daniels it's like we forgot Greg Daniels knows how to create hits. I mean, Upload, Greg Daniels, the guy did The Office, the guy did Parks and Rec. Yeah, The Office, Parks and Rec, King of the Hill. I think that show is still going, for crying out loud. I mean, the guy does hits. He's going to be up on the Space Force from Netflix, which I'm definitely looking forward to. At the end of this month, we are now in May. Yeah, so this guy's got long money because he has strong funny. And Upload right now, the critics on the site seem to be split. The critics, yeah, the Upload. Well, not actually, no. Well, yeah. So, look like we got some haters on Metacritic, but Rotten Tomatoes got a really solid score. But audiences love it, 94 and 8.1. It might. I don't know. It might come down to maybe we'll get a few more critics streaming in over the weekend to maybe bump this up a little bit. But it seems like people love it. I don't know how much higher it can go. Well, actually, I guess it could go higher. I guess it could match the 94. So I guess it could theoretically get up to about 9.4. So it still may have some legs. We'll see. I'm actually thinking about checking it out. I just finished my little binge watch of Normal People, which we did not see enter any talent pools I think a couple weeks ago because it was like a midweek release. But Normal People, I recommend it. Depends on what you're in the mood for. It's definitely very touchy-feely. As they say, hashtag horny AF I saw on Twitter to describe Normal People. But, the coming-of-age story of two teenagers in love in Sligo, Ireland, and their maturation into adulthood. Half-hour episodes, there's 12 of them. You can bang it out in a day. I recommend it. All right, anyways, back on track. So Upload is our leader so far by a bit of a stretch, too. Second place title is the half of it. And the half of it is missing a Rotten Tomatoes audience score. Look, see what happens if this gets even. If this matches the IMDb score, then it's right back in it. But it's been well reviewed, 94, 75. Once again, even though the default score for Metacritic is 66, this week there are some haters. Look how low these scores are. Actually, let's do something fun real quick. Let's see what the average score for this site is. And maybe I'll keep this in as a fun feature moving forward. There we go. Yeah, the average is 57.7 on Rotten Tomatoes, and that can't be right. Oh, okay, that's definitely not right. Oh, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. I did that. I did that totally wrong. Live video, y'all. Live video. Okay, so let's just do this right, and we'll do it one time. This is actually L2 and L11. There we go. All right, and we'll just do it across the board. Okay, there we go. So that's more like it. So it looks like Rotten Tomatoes either has some grade inflation this week, or Metacritic is just hating. And you know what? As a little fun thing, I'll go back in the previous weeks and just see what the average has been across these four columns, to see if this is either an anomaly or if it's par for the course. But see, and this is why this is an alpha test. I'm finding new data points that I'm interested in, that I want to include moving forward. I mean, the game's definitely not set in stone. It's a living, breathing animal. So we'll just keep finding new and cool stuff about it. My call sheet, I also went optimal. I'm all in on the Reckoning. I had a little space. If I had actually spent some of this money, I probably could have afforded it too. If I would have replaced maybe my co-star and day player of the Reckoning with Upload, I'd be sitting pretty. And as it was, I mean, I don't think anyone has enough exposure to Upload, to be honest with you. This is Drew Zod's call sheet, our reigning champion. Looks like he's trailing behind, being saddled with too much Dangerous Lies. Dangerous Lies is just a dog, 59.8. It's not what you want. It's not what you want, fam. So he's got an uphill climb. Maybe if more people discover Betty, he might get back into it, because those headliner scores are really propping it up. But its base score is good. I think that puts it like maybe the fourth or fifth highest score for a title this week. But he's gonna need some help. He's gonna need some divine intervention. Otter G Studios, right behind me. I mean, like neck and neck. Otter G, a little more than 3 points behind me. First time player, our boy Mike Cassisi. Let's get back to his call sheet. And trying. He's got a 4-pack of trying. He also went optimal. Headliner stack, half of it. Headliner stack of Betty. It's a really solid call sheet. The only thing that's kind of holding him back is All Day and a Night. And as I mentioned in last week's preview, last week's game review and this week's talent pool preview, I'm just not feeling All Day and a Night. I'll probably still watch it because it's Jeffrey Wright. He's excellent, but something about the trailer just struck me kind of false. The viewers aren't feeling it that much either. Look at that, dead on 59 5.9. So I don't know. It's got, and actually, how big is that sample size? 306 people. Okay, so it's got a ways to go. So that's what's kind of holding him back. Although I do like the 4-pack of try. Actually, I like everything about this call sheet except for the headliner stack of All Day and a Night. And left some money on the table. And like I said, the perfect call sheet, I mean, you're leaving almost 10 grand, about 9 grand left on the table, so that was smart. Definitely not necessarily a week where you need to max out. This is my call sheet. And check out one of our newbies, Red Ibis. My girl Deidre, thank you. First time playing the game. Hopefully you come back and play again. Doesn't quite seem to be your week, but you are just learning the strategy. Not enough headliners. You definitely want to have as many headliners as you can afford, as we now seem to acknowledge going optimal strategy may seem to be going max headliner and a 4-pack of what you think will be the top movie that weekend. So that's the perfect call sheet. Make sure you all study it, take a look at it. It's good info. It'll definitely help your call sheets moving forward. I aim to run this game until we're able to debut a version on the site. So we probably have another 2 months of this game. So plenty of time for you guys to win a little free money, hone your strategies, and get into it. Poor mom, brown baby. Just bring up, let's take a look at the draft mom. I mean, she tries so hard. I mean, she watches every single trailer, and she too stumbled on going optimal. She's got an optimal strategy, but just the wrong flicks. She went optimal with Dangerous Lies. Hollywood, let's take a look at Hollywood real quick. Hollywood is getting a bad rap, mostly because I think there's one outlet which hasn't recorded a score for it. Oh, no, the scores are in. Look at this dichotomy. Oh, this sucks. Look at this dichotomy. 60 on the Rotten Tomatoes, 54 on Metacritic. So the critics aren't impressed. The audience, pretty impressed. And I watched the pilot last night. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I gave it an 8, as you can see. So I'm in line with the viewers. Viewers are feeling it. And as you see, it bumped up to 7.4, but as of when I took this, just shortly after noon Pacific time, is at 7.3. So expect to see some movement on the audience side for this. Like, seriously. Like, what if, just for S and G's, what if the audience got up to, like, say, 93 in Rotten Tomatoes, and then, let's say, a solid 8.2 in IMDb? I mean, this game gets a lot tighter. Matter of fact, I jump into second over Ring Balls. No, and Mom's still struggling behind. Oh, well. Well, I tried, Mom. Undo that. All right. But yeah, so this is a good example of, you can even have the optimal strategy, like Brown Baby, like the draft mom here, but just have the totally wrong flicks. All right. So in case anyone thinks that this game has been solved or whatever, no. We may know the optimal strategy, but the skill involved in this is figuring out which titles to roll with. Infy, once again, new to the game this week, so he's learning. Council of Dads, and to be fair, I believe he's based in Mumbai, India, so may not have much of the pulse of what we're watching over here. So better luck next week. It doesn't look like it's going to happen for you this week. Moses Cone, Cinema Draft Advisor, my boy Anton. He's gone almost optimal, mostly optimal. All right, and yeah, and the Hebrew Hammer in the mix. Needs some help from Hollywood and Reckoning. Boy, I need some help from Reckoning too. We need some help from Reckoning. And what's holding Reckoning back? This is what's holding Reckoning back. There are no reviews in. No reviews in, which is kind of odd because it's Netflix. Netflix tends to get its stuff covered. Maybe it slipped through the cracks. I don't know. And also no Rotten Tomatoes audience score either. So no one's seen this miniseries yet. Does not bode well. IMDb, we usually will get a score for IMDb, but man, no one has seen this yet. So I don't know. So anyways, that is your Saturday update. Good luck to everybody. By the time you guys watch this, I will have updated the sheet to reflect budget and value. And maybe a couple other things I'm looking at right now. But thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Come back to you Monday, sometime after noon p.m. Sometime after noon Pacific time, Monday, with the final score. Wow, we cannot talk today. With the final results, scores, and the talent pool for next week. Thanks for playing, everybody.